Hi everyone, welcome to part 2 of our winter wreath series. Now we're going to be doing the holly today, which is here and here, but what I've noticed is we have a few little berries here and a few here and here, but there's also some up here, and I'm not sure whether those are meant to be holly berries or something else, but most of them are coming from the holly plant, so I think I'm going to do those red like the berries. Okay, I think we might just start with those. I'm going to do 3 colours on my berries, but the small ones I may just do 1 colour because they are they're so small. So I'm just going to use the dark red. This is my Polychromos, which is what I've been using before. I just realised I haven't got a piece of paper behind the page. This piece of paper's not very clean. No, that's no good. Never mind. I'm going to have to just leave it. This is the dark red. And I'm just going to do these. I'm just going to do them quite intensely. I think I will probably add a little bit of white to them at the end. And when I say at the end, I mean at the very end, not at the end of this video. So those are done, and we're just going to move in a little bit and do these. Oops, is that all in shot? I think we're there. But we're not going to use this dark red to start with. We're going to use the pale geranium lake, which is this little fella, and do all the berries in a light layer. Like when we did our leaves of our mistletoe, we're just going to build some colour up. So we're going to start with just a little indication of colour and then put some darker colours in. So you don't have to press very hard, you don't have to put down too much colour to start with. It's just a little bit to get me going so that I can pick out all the berries more easily, see what's what, that sort of thing. I haven't decided what colour to do the holly yet. It's always a very dark green, isn't it? But I do so much holly colouring at this time of year, I tend to vary it a fair bit to make it more interesting for me. Not always colouring it with exactly the same greens, but the problem with that is that then I don't know which colour to choose. So that's our lightest red. Now we're going to use the deep scarlet red. It's quite a dark one actually. I'm just going to sharpen it. And I'm going to use this for the bottom 2/3 of our berry. So start at the bottom and just take it up a bit towards the top. That one I didn't leave any because it was too small. So start down at the bottom and then just gently layer it up, leaving a bit at the top that's lighter. Excuse me. And keep going up like that. It's actually Monday recording this, exactly a week before Christmas Day. I've usually completely finished all my shopping and packed all my presents by now. I guess I have finished all my shopping. I haven't packed all my any. Well, I packed the ones I've already given away for the family get together. Excuse me, but that was my parents, my sister's family. Here is the dark red, which is our darkest red, as we used up there, as you know. Because these are slightly bigger, we can use. So here I'm doing about 1/3 in this colour. Yeah, it was nice having it all get together. We have a few other plans. Tomorrow we're going to Slimbridge, see the birds, but we've got a little art tour looking at the person who started Slimbridge, who bought the property. This is Pale Geranium Lake again. I'm going to go over all of them again just trying to blend together those colours, keeping it lighter at the top. I think I forgot the other some of the colours on that one, doesn't matter. Yeah, so he sort of founded it and lived there, and he was an artist, and his art collection, doing a little tour of his house, which is on site and is now a museum since his wife died, and we're doing a little tour of his house and his art, so that should be interesting. I don't know whether I'll have the energy to then walk around the place, but we're going to have lunch there apparently. That's what the family will want, so that'll be nice. I'm not sure, I usually have fish and chips, but it's going to be a big meal, so maybe I have to find something a bit lighter. I'm deliberating. I think, yeah, I think I'll go emerald green first with our holly. I'm going to try that. So yeah, they do sandwiches and things, but yeah, we'll see. See how I feel tomorrow. I might be able to get a children's size portion actually. That might be better. My mum often does that when she eats out, rather than trying to have something healthy and sort of think about calories and things like that. She'll get a children's portion because it's just, then she can have whatever she wants, but in a more sensible portion size, which is an interesting idea. I think she's still struggling a little bit with keeping her weight under control. But anyway, it's really difficult. I've lost about half a stone since being ill, and it's just been because I have had no appetite and my body's been, you know, working hard and things like that. But I'm sure it'll soon go back on, because, you know, when you lose it through illness, it's not good. But I didn't really need to. I was a healthy weight. You know, it's all right to go down a little bit. I'm not like too low, but it's better if you do it out of effort and, you know, excuse me. Oh, I just hate coughing so much. It's so boring. But, oh. Right, we're nearly there. We've got a few here. We've only got 4 sprigs here. Why is holly in sprigs? Flowers don't come in sprigs. Is it because it's a branch? I don't know. I was going to buy some actually to put in my flower pot, because I've got a little wintry flower pot in my kitchen, but it's looking a little bit sad. It's got a pine cone in it on a stick, which is very healthy, as it's obviously not growing. And there's a bit of evergreen and some eucalyptus, which is good. But the only other thing in there is a bit of oh, is it purple? I think husband said, did he say aquilegia? Is that the word he said? I don't know. Anyway, I'm now going to use some chrome oxide green fiery. Just what a mouthful. And I feel that the holly, if you imagine a piece of holly, it's going to be a little bit dark on the stem to start with. But I'm thinking on these tips, it's probably a bit darker. And maybe down the middle, with a sort of lighter bit in the middle. In this bit, I mean. Because it sort of always curls, doesn't it? It's not a flat leaf. Quite difficult to colour and draw, really. And also most people know what it looks like too. This colour is a bit bluey, isn't it? But it'll look quite different to the other leaves then, because I was thinking, you know, that ivy we need some dark greens as well when we get round to doing that. There we go. So how are you getting on? Excuse me. Are you ready for Christmas? Some people don't do as much as others. You know, I know some people like it quiet, some people just are quiet because that's the situation they're in, you know. But hopefully you're doing a little something. I know, like in America, you tend to only have one day off, don't you? You're back to work. Whereas in the UK it's very different, because not only the day after Christmas Day we have off anyway, most people it's a bank holiday, public holiday. And then a lot of factories close between Christmas and New Year. My dad used to work in a place that had a factory in it. It was they used to make watches and aeroplane parts, I think, engines, and he was worked on the computer side of things, programming, not the machines but the actual aircraft. So he used to do that, but because the factory would shut between Christmas and New Year, then the whole company would, so everyone would have to save holiday for that time of year so that they could all, so it closed. So he would have an extended holiday. And it just depends what job you do, really, what sort of holiday. I do feel for people who work on Christmas Day, but I think as long as you get a break at some time and get to see, if you want to see loved ones, you get the opportunity, you know. Yeah, things didn't quite go as planned at the family gathering. One of my nieces has a dog, and her dad has been looking after the dog while she's been away at uni, and he as soon as he knew that she was back home, he turned up with the dog, and this was before lunch, and my sister hadn't planned for a dog being around. She wanted it to be sort of a bit more peaceful and calm. He's quite the little excitable pup. But it was fine. She kept him on a lead actually during the meal, so he wasn't running around madly. Deep cobalt green. He didn't get too excited once he'd initially calmed down, and because he is very astute in that he realises that me and my family aren't doggy people, and he just ignores us completely. He did jump up at me once and bark, and then he looked at me and realised who I was and jumped straight down again. I think he got overexcited and didn't think about who I was. It's such a clever little thing, and that just suits us fine. He just, you know, leaves us alone. Just putting a little bit of extra shadow where it's near the berries. I'm going to do the same here as well. And the last thing I'm going to do, I would like to do a little bit of shadow where the berries are touching each other. I think I want quite a dark colour, maybe not even a red. I'm heading towards my dark sepia for this because I think it will show up a little better. Oh, I nearly dropped my sharpener. So here's the dark sepia, and I'm just going to do it here where the leaves overlap to start with, a little bit of shadow in there, and then just around the berries a bit. Oh, these leaves overlap. I didn't do this with our mistletoe so much because of it being so pale. There we go. That's it. I think we're done with our holly. So that is our, yeah, that's the holly. I'll come in closer so you can see it better. I don't think I can come in much more for this one. Hang on that. Just move the book into the middle for you. So there's the one set of holly, and then the other set is there. So there is our holly. Hopefully it looks a little bit shiny. It doesn't look very realistic. It almost looks like it's green foil, but and we'll come right out so you can see it in context of the whole wreath. But I'm okay with that. It's just an interesting colour. There we are. Let's all straighten it up a bit for you. There you are. So there is the holly. So next time, I'm not sure which we'll do, whether we do the ivy or the poinsettias. We might do the ivy and maybe the poinsettia leaves, because there's a lot of poinsettias, and then maybe do the poinsettia flowers at the end. Maybe I'll do that. I'll have a think. But thank you for watching. Hope you have a really super day and happy colouring.